What's going on, everybody? You made it to another week. Not the weekend, but the week. Here we are, getting ready to keep you company one more time. Thank you guys for joining us once again. Before we get started, as always, on this special baseball season preview, don't forget to follow us on the social media scene. You can find us on Twitter at @theblown_save, on Instagram at @theblown_save. And don't forget, you guys can still reach out to us at theblown_save_podcast@gmail.com. You can find a show anywhere you listen to the podcast or music, like Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you want to support the show, it doesn't take a lot to do so. Hitting that like, subscribe bell, or share doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps the show tremendously. And as always, give us a rate and a review if you're in the mood. Don't forget to click that notification button so you can get notified when a new show drops, just like this one in the middle of the week. In the name of baseball season starting, the first 10 listeners to like the show and send us a photo of you watching or listening to the show will get a blown save koozie and a sticker sent out to you guys at no cost to you. That's on us. We just want to say thank you guys for joining us again. And that's just a thank you from us to you guys. But as always, I cannot be the only one saying things left and right. I got to bring in my partner, the one, the only, Mr. R.T. Casas.
What's up, compa? How we doing?
I'm doing excellent. How is the greatest MLB The Show player on this podcast doing today?
I'm doing good. Hey, well, I told you I made World Series
you
last year.
You did make World Series last year. Right before this new one started, you hit World Series. I'm very proud of you, sir.
Thank you. That was a big deal. It was very difficult.
By the way, I told all our listeners that the first 10 listeners to like the show and send us a photo or something of them like watching or listening to the show is going to get a free blown save koozie. So, and the sticker. So I got to, throwing these out there. So if you know anybody, make sure you let them know.
I like it.
So you're going to make
baseball.
What?
Lots of baseball coming out.
Lots of baseball. That's why we're here. It's a special baseball kickoff show on a Wednesday night. I love tonight. You know why I love tonight? One, because we're going to play some MLB The Show later. 2, because baseball season starts tomorrow. And 3, I'm on vacation, motherfuckers. Woo-hoo! I hope I didn't blow any eardrums with that.
That's good, because you're on spring break. Is the comadre on spring break, or was she on spring break, or what?
Comadre is on spring break next week. But still, it's the time frame. We're going camping. We're going down to Lake Paris. We're going to have a good time. Right. It's going to be fun.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be cold for my cousins because they're sleeping in tents. I'm going to be fine. Just fine. The trailer, just, lounging back, watching some baseball, baby. Mm-hmm. Speaking of baseball, the WBC finished up since the last time we had the show, and wanted to talk about how it ended. How did you like it? How do you feel this helped or didn't help the game of baseball? Ohtani and Trout, top of the 9, 2 outs, WBC on the line, the showdown that the world, at least Angels fans, were looking forward to. Ohtani struck out Trout with the wipeout slider low and away. Trout said after the game, Ohtani won this one. I'll get him on the next one. Trout is hungry to get back to that kind of atmosphere, and Ohtani is ready for the playoffs, so we'll see if that happens. But here's my question for you. After watching the WBC and how crazy those stadiums were getting, and then going back to watching, a spring training game. It's like, dude,
right?
It's like night and day. I don't.
The hype was real. The hype
was super real, man. It was wild. And people were like, "These are meaningless things. These are meaningless." Bro, tell that to the millions in attendance and the billions watching at home.
I saw the record. What was it? Did you see the attendance records for people going to those games? It was something really high. I forgot what it was, but they were doing comparison analysis, and they were really up there, dude.
It was one of those games. I think it was the Mexico-Japan game. Mm-hmm. They said the attendance for that was more than the attendance at the entire Oakland A's Coliseum for the entire season.
That's right.
And I'm not trying to talk shit, but this is what they said. They actually had all of the attendance, and then they had the attendance of the one game, and they were like, one game outdid the attendance at Oakland A's Stadium. What does that tell you?
Crazy, dude. Crazy. I found it interesting, something you said right now. and I quote. It says, where's the quote? I want to quote it though. But he said, and I quote, Trout said he won this one. I'll get him next time. So he's alluding to him not coming back as an Angel next year.
He's alluding to the next WBC guy. You're just look. We just started, and you're already gonna fucking throw daggers at me, huh?
No, Trout's not gonna play in the next WBC.
I bet he already said he's in. He already said I'm in for the next one.
4 more years. 4 more years.
He might be there coaching.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
But he'll be there.
Yeah.
I
found that interesting. He kind of sees the writing on the wall already there. Huh?
I think one of the biggest things that was a downfall of the WBC U.S. team, and forgive me if I'm wrong or if you think I'm incorrect here, but you brought up a very good stat, and we talked about this before, that the top 10 U.S.-born pitchers that are playing right now in the league, not one of them was on that team. And for the other countries, their best players, whether they played in MLB or they played anywhere else, their best players were in the game. And look at Japan, their best pitchers were there,
dude,
and they dominated.
Talking about, yeah, man, they had 2 dudes throwing 100+. We had no dudes throwing 95+.
We had no dudes.
It was funny there. I had seen who said it. Someone from the Diamondbacks. They asked someone from the Diamondbacks, how do you think Zach Gallen will do tonight, right? Mm-hmm. So it was the Diamondbacks teammate. I'm drawing a blank on who it was, but it was a teammate, and they said his name will be mentioned in alongside of Paul Revere when it's all said and done. And I was like, yeah. No, that's not gonna happen.
No, how'd that work out?
All right.
How'd that work out? That's all I'm gonna say. How'd that work out?
All right. But yeah, you know what? I was really disappointed that none of the big name pitchers pitched for Team USA. Kershaw, Verlander, Corbin Burns, like Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could have some dudes,
Yeah, we could have had some dogs in there.
Yeah. But every basically American top pitcher played for their country, man.
Absolutely.
Like Sandy Alcantara, that dude played for his team, like Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, one of those two. I forgot. Julio Urias, right?
Yeah.
Homeboy, he played for Team Mexico. He's a
Patty
top 10
Sand
pitcher.
Too?
Ohtani, top 10 pitcher,
dude,
probably.
Ohtani.
Obviously playing for Japan. Darvish, probably top 15, top 20 pitcher, right?
Yeah.
He's playing for Japan. Who are some other big ones, dude? Can you think of some of the other big pitchers?
Other big pitchers that were out there playing? Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, honestly. But it's true, though. They did what they had to do. They had a little bit more pride in going out there and playing for their country than most of these American born baseball players or pitchers, at least.
Right? Yeah, I agree. So let's see here. Here were some top pitchers.
By the way, while you're looking that up, I was told by one of our listeners that we've been agreeing a little too much on things, and they prefer when we're going back and forth and talking shit and shooting.
That's funny. You want me to chew you out more?
That's basically what it is. But they were like, dude, the last episode, I mean, it was good because you guys, said some good things, but you guys were really like in agreement with what was going on. Like, where was that pizzazz? I was like, pizzazz? They're like, yeah, y'all weren't talking shit at all. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, the baseball show's coming, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of it.
So Sandy, they have him as number 1. Verlander, they have him as number 2. Verlander's out. Urias, they have him at number 3. These are just random numbers, but Dylan Cease is another American polyborn pitcher that didn't play, Alek Manoah? Yeah. He didn't. Yeah, I don't think he played, right?
I didn't see him. I didn't hear him pitch once.
For sure, Max Fried didn't pitch.
Oh, hell no, he didn't.
Dude on this list. Zach Gallen. he pitched, right? He was in there, right? Or is that who they asked? Was it Zach Gallen? They asked Zach Gallen about.
I think
That's what it was.
That's what it was. They asked them.
Gallen about his teammate,
Uh-huh.
and Gallen's better than whoever his damn teammate was.
And his teammates over there doing work.
And Gallen didn't even pitch. Framber Valdez pitched, like for his country. Spencer Strider, another dude, did not pitch for Team USA. Corbin Burns, Shane McClanahan, Aaron Nola. Carlos Rondon was hurt, but Corbin Burns.
Just all. We had the dogs, bro. We had the dogs.
Max Scherzer.
And they were at home hanging out. That's all it was.
Dane Beaver. Dude, Joe Musgrove.
Keep naming them, bro, because Jesus Christ.
Like, man, this is just disappointing. Like, what do we have? Like a top 40 pitcher in there, maybe? Who was
top 50?
I'm serious.
No, you're not wrong. 40s. You're not wrong. I mean, because the bullpen, they had some good players.
Yeah, they had
ain't
some
no bullshit.
In there.
But the starting pitching was like, bro, we got to get through 4 or 5 before we get into that bullpen.
Yeah, their starting pitcher was that was bad. That was bad.
Very bad, very bad.
But yeah, dude, it is what it is, type of thing, What you gonna do
when they come for you?
Bad boy. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. What do you think about that? What's your thoughts
I honestly do like we've been saying, like, look, if you want to win on that kind of stage with those kind of players playing for their respective countries, you have to go out there and put the best players on your team. The whole point of stacking the roster in favor of the U.S., it was to do that. But it's not going to happen when your best pitchers are sitting on a sideline going, man, I don't want to get hurt. Fuck that.
I know, right? Yeah. And still, they put up a valiant effort.
They did. They did.
I thought it was very poetic that, the way it ended, even though, obviously I was rooting for Trout. I'm not like, I know I like to give you a hard time, grind your gears about him. But, I wanted Team USA win,
Yeah.
But the truth is, like, Trout's not a big moment type of dude, Like, I told Joe going into it, he's like, he's going to strike out, dude. He's going to strike out or he's not going to get that big hit. It seems like late in the game, that type of thing, like he's just, I don't think it's not that he's not capable. Yes, it's a little bit of a diss at your Angels, right? He just doesn't see those, bro. He's not involved in those kind of moments during the regular season with the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you walk into that moment and it's maybe a little overwhelming or something that's out of the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not in those kind of moments. He hits a lot of meaningless home runs. In terms of like literally what do they mean for the team,
Yeah.
And it's just, it's sad, but it's like the truth, So I don't know. I also found it interesting. They had that stat. I think it was something like only 24 times in his whole major league career has he ever swung at 3 straight pitches in an at bat and struck out. Where he swung at and missed 3 pitches for a strikeout. Yeah. I believe it's 24 times in his whole career. That's pretty crazy.
That's a wild stat right there. That's legit. If you guys don't understand how crazy that stat is, like, go check yourself into a nut institute because you don't understand baseball.
That was pretty crazy. Pretty impressive. I didn't think he'd go down like that. But, dude, it's not like he chased pitches, bro. That was wicked stuff.
Dude, Ohtani was throwing some junk, bro. He was like,
wicked.
Here's 101. And then here's 98 with movement.
Yeah.
And then let me throw you a little 87, slide off the table, fall off into the ground to get you out. Like, it was...
And he had an awesome pregame speech. Did you hear it?
Yeah,
Ohtani. Talking about let's stop for a moment for once admiring them. We know we always want to be with them basically where they're at. He's all, let's stop admiring them so that we could beat them.
Yeah.
Like, man, dude, obviously that's just a nutshell of what he said, but...
Yeah, no, but dude, he's absolutely right. He's like, damn, that's
good.
That's
good.
That'll work. That'll work.
On the Dodgers.
This guy.
I'm so excited, bro.
It reminded me, if you ever seen that movie, what
Sunday?
Is it now? It's called, I just thought about it right now.
Bull Durham?
It's not a baseball movie. It reminds me of this movie.
Football?
They're oh, shut up. The English what are they called?
Subtitles?
The like the Knights
Can't get mad
Templar.
at me for answering your questions.
The Knights Templar were like protecting Jerusalem or whatever, and they were getting overrun. And Orlando Bloom's the main character or whatever. And towards the end, most of all the knights are dead or whatever.
Mhm.
And he's like one of the only ones there. And he's got a bunch of like, you know, beggars and freaking like horse or the blacksmiths or whatever. Like all these dudes walking around. They're like, hey, give them swords, give them this, give them that. And they're like, what are we going to do with a bunch of these people? Like they're not knights. They're not true protectors or whatever. And he fucking hushed everybody and was like, everybody get on your knees. And like he pulled out his sword and he gave them like the big old like speech or whatever. And he knighted all of them at once. And then he told them all, get up. You're all knights now. And now you're going to fucking protect you're going to be the protectors or whatever. And the priest or whatever was like, what is that going to do? And then like you start looking around and all the dudes are like, fuck yes. Let's fucking go. Like they got empowered. I think that's how Hotani like made these guys from Japan feel like, hey dude, like let's forget about these guys and who they are. Let's be us and let's go out there and play these guys. Like we're playing a game. Mm-hmm. And let's go. And he pumped those dudes up, and we're like, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we may be in the JPN or whatever it's called, but we're gonna fucking go over here. We're gonna handle bids today.
I saw the same thing in another movie, bro.
What?
It was in Space Jam when fucking Bugs Bunny asked him for the special juice.
Oh yeah,
Michael Jordan, and he gives it to him. He's like, give me some of that. Give me some of that. And they went out there and balled for like 2 minutes, bro. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Right? They were on fire.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All about it.
I like it. I'm glad you went to the OG Space Jam too, and not the whatever happened with the new one.
I didn't really see the whole thing. The new one, I saw pieces.
Yeah, don't worry. You didn't miss anything. You don't need to see it. All right, so real quick before we get on to everything else that we've been writing around, I want to talk about your team. I want to talk about my team just a little bit, even though you kind of wrote on mine. Let's talk about the Angels, and we're done. Moving on. We're gonna take a second here. I want to say something about the Dodgers real quick, and it's a good thing. I want to give them props because before Artie takes over the conversation talking about how he feels like the season's going to go and whatnot, the Dodgers once again picked up the contract for Andrew Toles, even though he hasn't played in a game since 2018. They did that so he can continue to keep his medical insurance. This isn't the first year the Dodgers have done this, and there's no end in sight for that. So Toles can get his treatment for his bipolar and schizophrenia. So I feel like them continuing to do that. I mean, the contract's for $0, so they're not like paying him anything. But the fact that he's still under contract allows him to continue to get the medical treatment that he needs. They found him a couple years ago. He was on the streets. He was homeless.
Florida,
and he was fucking out of his mind. His family had been looking for him. He was off his meds or whatever. And the Dodgers doing this are continuing to allow him to get the medical attention that he so deserves and needs. So my hat's off to the Dodgers organization to continue doing this, after so long that he hasn't even played for the team.
Hey, man. Well said, bro. I can't disagree with any of that. That's helping someone. Because, I mean, think of like Delonte West, I believe is his name. The dude from the Cleveland Cavaliers. He played with LeBron James. He was kind of in that same situation. They didn't go in there and really like give him that lifetime benefits contract type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not like they say, oh yeah, it's the Dodgers, other teams do that, blah, blah, bro. There's other opportunities for teams to do that, and they don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they're quick to wipe their hands and go, all right,
like,
good luck. Bye.
Yeah, we paid him when he was here, not our fault. We didn't keep up with it.
Yep.
That type of thing.
100%.
But yeah, man. I know, speaking of bad thing of the Dodgers, did you see? They raised the damn parking passes, ticket prices again.
How much?
That's it. It's $30 now.
Damn, for parking?
For the like cheapy ones.
That's preferred parking at Angel Stadium, bro. I just want to let you know.
I know. I'm gonna go see the Dodgers every time they're at Angel Stadium.
Dude, let's go. Let's go. It's gonna be on and popping.
That's it. That's
I
it.
was
Yeah, man. So I might be protesting, compa. I ain't gonna lie. And
I think a lot
I
of
have a
Dodger
feeling
fans.
that a lot of fans are getting close to that too.
And,
I really do.
and then you know what? After the beginning of the season, and we'll get into this, the whole pitch clock and how it's changing the game and whatever. I think a lot of fans are going to be a little bit up in arms on the just not only the ticket prices, parking's going up. Well, I think more than anything, parking. Like, just get your car there at Dodger Stadium. I mean, if you guys are listening, tell us where you guys are from or what your local team is, and if their prices have gone up as well. I know for the Angels, it went up from $12 to $15, and then preferred parking went from 15 to 20, I believe, 20 or 25. But even then, that's cheaper than your cheapy seats. I mean, granted, okay, it's the Dodgers. I get it. It's Chavez Latrine. I get it. But it's a lot, man, just walking into the stadium or driving into the stadium.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. That's probably still by far the best thing about oh, I got a nice card here. I just pulled the diamond, pulled
Nice.
the Ronald Acuna.
There you
go. The best thing about Angel Stadium by far is that you could still tailgate. By
Hell
far.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Because my wife was asking me if I was gonna go to opening day for the Dodgers. I said, "What for?" I said, "It's just like watching a game, like other than them being super expensive. It's just opening day. Like the traditions of old is like it's nothing now,
Yeah.
non-existent in my opinion. Like I don't get excited about that. And now like I'm getting less excited because of the stupid parking. Now it's $30. Like, dude, before it was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and me, I have a ton of bobbleheads, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, it's not even that big of a deal if I don't have these bobbleheads, because I could just buy them online for probably cheaper than what a damn ticket would cost me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way I see it, dude. That's the way I see it.
Right on.
I don't know, man. Might not be going to as many games anymore.
It happens, I guess.
Like that.
Yeah, for once, I agree with you, man. It's a tough pill to swallow. You're already spending all kinds of money on tickets. Tickets aren't cheap. For good seats at least, and then they're gonna nickel and dime you at the parking lot. At least give you the opportunity to hang out, have a drink, relax, play some tailgate. I mean, that's what we do at Angel Stadium all the time. We go over there. We're always there 2.5 hours early. We park, we tailgate, we pull out the little grill, grab some food, hang out, play some cornhole or just shoot the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have a good time. It's a whole experience, and you can't do that at Dodger Stadium. I think the best time I ever had at Dodger Stadium was that time you, me, and the comadre went to go watch the game during COVID, and we fucking chilled in the back of the truck, drinking and watching the game. I think that was the best time I've ever had at Dodger Stadium, aside from seeing Elton John. Watching the baseball game, that was the best. That was my favorite time.
Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I really like it. Going over there for that experience alone, that's just something that I think the Dodgers took away from baseball.
Yeah, it sucks. And I then to an extent, I don't know if it's just the Dodgers that did that to base or doing that to the fans, but I think also the fans were kind of doing it to themselves, getting a little too wild and crazy in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree, but I could see that, but I don't know, man. A lot of that stuff was going down after the games, though.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the lighting and stuff like that. Like, none of that was going down before the game, right? Like, a lot of the shenanigans was after the game, dude.
I got shit thrown at me all the time before, during, and after, so... I mean, I learned not to sit in the outfield pavilions.
Oh, you were talking about the pavilions. Yeah, that's different.
I learned not to go over
there. Yeah, that's you. Only you're playing with fire. You deserve that. You go over there.
Bro, I went out there one time, not even wearing anything baseball related, man, and before the second inning, we were already getting thrown out because my cousin Ramon, you know him, had already gotten in 2 fights on the way back from getting beer and hot dogs.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, looks like we're out of here, guys.
Too funny.
Anything else you want to talk about the Dodgers? How do you feel like their season's going to go? I know we're going to get into a little Q&A at the end. about our team and where we see them going. But where do you see the Dodgers going this year realistically? I know they've had some pretty key injuries, but where do you think they fall at the end of the year, or how they're going to play out the year?
So I feel like this is the first off season where they really took a step back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to they're always like taking a step forward because they trade for someone or they pick someone up in free agency. And obviously, I've told you that I think it's because they're setting up for Ohtani. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're also giving a chance now. It looks like they're giving it a chance for their youngsters to have a shot at actually playing. You know?
Yeah.
Like to me, that's what it kind of feels like is happening. Because of that, I feel like there's not a lot of excitement compared to the other seasons. You know,
Okay.
It's one of those like you're spoiled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at the same time, because there's not all that buzz, because there's not all that excitement, I feel like they might play with a little less pressure. You know, which means they might be looked at as sleepers compared to like front runners. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I see them being, as not the front runners to win it all or be in the top 5 of Major League Baseball this year, but as kind of a little bit of sleepers. And I get it, you know, they won their division last year, and they won the division like 10 out of the last 11 years or something like that.
Well, the Dodgers have missed the playoffs, and I think they said like 10 or 11 years they've been in the playoffs one way or another. So
it's kind of hard to say all that, but that's the way I see it. I just feel like they're just not being looked at like that. So maybe people are sleeping on them a little bit, which I kind of like, man. I hope that helps them play a little bit more relaxed and some dudes break out, you know?
Who do you think?
We're going to need dudes to break out. You know, we're going to need dudes to break out.
If the Dodgers don't take the West, who takes the West?
Well, the Padres are annoying, man, but they do have the talent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, who else really? You know, the Giants.
So you're not saying Colorado?
Definitely not Colorado. They're good enough to be 500, though. That's what their team owner said. Remember, they're good enough to be a 500 ball club. But I mean, you know, I think the other sneaky team too that's going to be sneaky good is going to be Arizona, the Diamondbacks, man.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be sneaky good. I think they might somehow be fighting for one of those last playoff spots at the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
What makes you feel that way?
They got some good young players, man. There's one dude that I try to target everywhere, and I had 2 fantasy drafts. Is I think he's Patrick Carroll. I forget his name right now, but he's an outfielder. He's like a 2020 or maybe a 2030 kind of guy, you know. Mm-hmm. But I really like that guy.
Right on.
Is that his name? I gotta find his name.
Not Pete Carroll, right? He's the coach,
no.
Bro.
Yeah, man. So that's kind of where I see it going. What about you? What about your Angels?
It's the year of the Ohtani, bro. Let's just be real. The Angels kind of retooled their lineup. They brought up some young pitching. They picked up, you know, your old guy over there, Anderson. He's not going to be the Anderson of the Dodgers, but that's why he's not, you know, he's the number 5 guy. We don't need him to be the number 1 dude, number 2 dude, 3 dude, whatever there. But, I mean, we're left-handed pitching heavy as far as our starting pitching goes. I think only one of our pitchers is a righty. That's going to start the season at least, our rotation, and that's Ohtani. Everybody else is a lefty. Patrick Sandoval flexed his muscles over the WBC. He was looking really good last season, so hopefully he's carrying that in. Rendon's healthy finally-ish, so we'll see that going there. I mean, they have the outfielders kind of set. Jared Walsh did end up going on the IL or the IR. He's going into the season hurt, so that's going to take him a minute to get back into it. So we were talking about this before. Maybe Taylor Ward goes over to first base, and now we have Brett Phillips, and we have Mike Trout, and we have oh my God, his twin. I forget his name off the top of my head. A home run yesterday. Anywho. But they have a solid lineup, I think, and I think with the pitching that they have cultivated, Jaime Barria's there. Like it's gonna be interesting. But it's really tough because I think pretty much everybody in the AL West has kind of grown. The only team I think has taken a slight step back, if not 2 steps back, is the Astros, to be honest with you. Oakland looks really good. They've retooled. They got a bunch of great players right now.
Why do you think the Astros took a step back?
They lost a couple players, and then Altuve's hurt.
What players did they lose?
They lost. Who'd they lose? Hold on. Verlander's. Is Verlander still? No, that was the other one. Hold on.
They're getting Verlander back.
Here we go. So McCullers is down.
Mm-hmm.
Chandler
He's coming back.
Hunter. Well, he's down for the. McCullers on the 60-day injured list, so he's not coming back for a while.
Right away.
Michael Brantley isn't expected to make his 23 debut until mid to late April, if then.
That dude's like 50 years old already.
Dude, these are their guys. Fucking Altuve's out on the 60-day injured list.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay, I can see that one.
Okay, Blake Taylor's out. He's hurt his arm. He's not even gonna be able to be pitching in the Grapefruit League. Who else they got? I mean, that's their big dudes right there.
You're tripping, bro. Those are not the big. Yordan Alvarez is their big dude.
Well, that's the big kahuna.
Framber Valdez is their big dude. So that's their ace and their top hitter. So they haven't lost all their dudes.
So
and they're getting Verlander back this year.
So yeah, I count 3 to they're losing 3.
They lost Altuve. I know you're not talking about Brantley as one of the 3.
They lost Brantley, and
Brantley,
lost.
I think has like 3 home runs every year. You know, Brantley's not a big dude no more. Not that dude no more. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't see them. I think you're wishful thinking there.
Maybe I am wishful thinking.
I don't think they
may the baseball gods shine terribly upon them. But even Seattle looks pretty damn good. I mean,
Seattle looks good,
dude. Sure. Like the whole AL West is going to be like a race to the finish, and I'm just hoping that we're somewhere in the mix to get a playoff spot. That's all I'm hoping for. I told you yesterday. I posted, I said something to our little chat room between you, me, and Evan. I was just like, I know. It's just preseason, and I know the game don't mean shit right now. I know. Don't tell me. All right, but damn it, it felt good to beat the Dodgers the last 2 nights, and especially last night. And then you sent me that stupid fucking meme, and I saw it like 10 times today, bro. People kept posting that shit. Bunch of fucking Dodger fans kept fucking sending me that shit. The Angels are the spring training champs. Like, fuck you.
Of the Cactus League.
League.
What you said?
Whatever.
You said it's early.
Whatever.
You excited about something?
Like I said, I understood. I even came into the conversation going, I get it. I know it means nothing, but god damn it, do they look good leaving spring training.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just hope they look that good when it comes to July.
July, you're open July, huh?
August, July, September, hopefully October.
Go. Make it past May this year.
May we please get past May. Right? May we please get into June?
It was May, right? Last year when they freaking fell apart.
Yeah. They were just whopping it left and right, and then
13
games in a row.
Yeah, right. Didn't we say the first time the 2 AL East New Yorks and the 2 SoCal teams over here were first place?
I did preface this. I said it's not going to last very long. But I did say the Dodgers, I know, but boy, did they fucking go the other way real quick.
Yeah. Those homeboys were like, all right, Brent called it. Let's go.
You had a question for me. You said, do I think Trout ever asks for a trade? And you like to add to it. Like when Ohtani leaves and goes to a winning team, do you think Trout is like, I've seen enough. Like, I'm out of here. No. Trout isn't going anywhere. He loves the organization. He has built his family over here. Although he is opening up his own golf course. that Tiger Woods is helping him create, which is pretty cool. I got to make a trip to go chunk some grass at fucking Trout's golf course whenever it comes up. But no, I don't think Trout asks for a trade. Depending on how he feels after this contract kind of ends up, I think maybe he walks away and focuses on his kid, Mr. Beckham. But I don't think he asks for a trade. I think he either plays his contract out or he retires, and that's it. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame right now if he retired tomorrow. Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. First ballot?
Sure.
First ballot?
Yeah, first ballot for sure.
Unanimous?
Barely gets in there. No, fuck no. Someone's not gonna vote for him. Someone didn't vote for Griffey. Someone ain't been voting for
ridiculousness.
I say put your money where your mouth is. If Trout asks for a trade or ever gets traded, you become a Dodgers fan.
Bro, I don't know how many different ways you're gonna want to try and tempt me on this kind of thing, but no,
I'm just saying,
not gonna happen.
So then, in my eyes,
in your eyes,
your assumptions are not valid.
My assumptions are absolutely.
You're just saying it as
my
a homer.
assumptions are absolutely valid.
Because if that was true and you really believed it,
I really believe it, but I never want to put that kind of thing in the world. I would never want to put.
It's gonna happen.
I never want to. No. I never want to put any type of thing in the world that if I lose at whatever it might be, then I then have to be a Dodger fan. I never want that. I never want that to be the punishment for losing.
We've already seen you in a Dodgers hat, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, I did that for the kid, and you know this.
So do it for Trout. Do it for Trout.
Trout's not going to the Dodgers, bro.
I didn't say he's going to Dodgers. I said he's going to ask for a trade. At some point
in
his career, homeboy's going to get traded. He's going to ask for a trade.
They won't do it.
Yeah, why not?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
They're going to do it. Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants to pursue happiness.
Ouch.
It's the truth, compa. It's the truth. Like, it's one of those, like, hey, they got to make a run. They got to do something, dude. Feels like poor guy feels like it's Groundhog Day for him every season. Gets off. Hey, there's optimism. And then they play the season and we just go right back to where, next year, he's a little hurt. He's doing great. He has 40 home runs, but under 100 RBIs,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like something's going to have to give eventually. No? You don't think something's got to change?
I don't know, man. Something's going to change at some point, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Seriously, like, did he make any big moves this offseason, right?
Big enough? Ish? No?
I mean, dude, you saw what the Dodgers did, and I'm not happy. So if you saw something that happened over the Angels that made you happy, more power to you, compa.
I see Mike Trout looking good. I see Tyler Ward looking good. I see Rendon.
Tyler Ward did look pretty good.
He did. But Brandon Drury's looking good. Zach Nato doesn't look half bad. David Fletcher doing David Fletcher things. Like, come on, man. Like,
feels like they all fade, man. They all fade into that sunset.
Hunter Renfroe was the other dude. The Mike Trout doppelganger. Mike Trout light.
Okay.
But he's looking good.
Right?
That was the big one, I think, of the bunch.
He's not bad.
He's not bad, bro. I'm telling you, they really put some pop in the.
Okay. We'll get into the numbers here, and we'll talk very similar to last year, where you thought they'd be in there fighting for that last playoff spot instead of fighting for their last spot in the West.
Makes no sense. Before we get there, all right, look. We do need to talk about something, and I only really noticed it and felt it the last couple nights because I actually got to watch the games. What do you think about the pitch clock? I sat and watched a couple games this last week, and in the blink of an eye, it was like the 7th inning. Is it good for the games? Games running from like 3+ hours down to 2 and change make it for a bad experience if you really love the game. Like, it's so fast. And I know personally, at Angel Stadium, they stopped serving beer after the middle of the 6th inning. Like, bro, I'm going to be pounding these fucking beers left and right trying to get through the game or trying to get enough in me before the game gets to that point.
I didn't even think about that end, right?
Like, I honestly, man, like, I don't like it. I do see the enjoyability for people that don't truly appreciate the game. For the people that are like, I just want something quick, fast, and get the hell out of here. But like, it's too fast, man. It's too fast.
Yeah.
What do you already talk to me here? What do you think?
Are you gonna be drinking that many beers because you're an Angels fan? And
Obviously.
trying to forget what's going on? Or?
Obviously. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, bro.
So I don't like something that changes the game that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a little bit too much for my taste, in my opinion. But I mean, the game did drag a little bit, you know?
I understand.
And I feel like the games are always going to find ways to drag, you know, or the coaches are going to find ways to slow it down. Like, I know one of my favorite ones that they did was when they eliminated so many damn visits from the damn catcher to the pitcher's mound and stuff like that. Like, those were totally really good ones, you know?
I get that.
But I don't know, the pitch clock is just silly in some ways, don't you think?
I think it's too much.
Yeah.
Look at...
And I can't even keep track of, like, okay, it's a ball, you get a ball and you get a strike because both of you done messed up. You know what I'm saying?
It's it's too... I think it's too much. I understand speeding up the game and getting everybody going and kind of, you know, moving and grooving, but you're just taking the ball player out of the game kind of thing. I don't know how long this lasts. I mean, I guess it's good for revenue. I guess it's good for attendance. People were getting fed up being there for 3+ hours, but like, that's why you go there. You know, a blockbuster movie nowadays runs you about 3 hours. 2.5 to 3 hours. Fucking Endgame.
I don't know, but what?
Endgame.
Endgame was 3 hours?
Yes.
Was it really?
It really was. Look at that Endgame, and you're willing to sit through Endgame for 3 hours, but you're not willing to sit through a baseball. I get it, action, this and that, yada yada. I do like the fact of the shifts are there, or they're taken away, I should say. I like the fact that the bases are a little bit bigger. People are calling them the pizza boxes on the dirt.
Yeah.
And I kind of like those. You know what I mean? Just because it takes you back to when you were playing, you know, high school ball, or when you're playing little league. You know what I mean? There weren't like shifts and there weren't movements like that. Like, you just played the game. And I think because of that, we're going to see a lot of batting averages move up. Maybe, you know, a few points or whatever, but you're going to see some more ground balls that maybe should have been ground balls for singles that got, you know, cut off by the middle right fielder and thrown out at first. So it's going to be very interesting. I think more people are going to get on, and then the being able to only pick off or attempt to pick off twice is going to be a great thing to add. Being able to only, you know, cut out of the box one time or ask for time one time. I mean, that, I think all those are good, but I think the pitch clock is just taken away from the essence. You know, granted, I don't want to see Nomar Garcia-Parra over there fucking taking 10 minutes to adjust his glove every time he's gonna, you know, goes in and doesn't even swing the bat. But at the same time, I think 2 hours and change is too fast. I think the game on.
I think part of the problem though is you're comparing the end game, and the end game is a rarity, and baseball is like every single time it's a 3-hour game. You know what I'm saying?
But so, I enjoy going to the games. I enjoy going out there.
Yeah, all the Angel fans stay till the end of every game.
I do.
That's how I said.
I'm not worried about everybody else. No, the Dodger fans, not all of them stay to the end of the game.
Hey, we stay till most of the end of the game.
Till most of the end of the game.
We get there late, we leave early. Have you seen the parking there is horrible.
I understand that.
And they're overcharging us.
I understand that. But you paid to see the game, stay to watch the game. At least you're being honest with yourself and not trying to say that the Dodgers everywhere, bro. People are gonna get up and leave. It just happens. But like you already got the money. It's not like you're getting extra money because the game's faster. You're still people still pay for the tickets.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how the game has changed the actual pitch clock, but I like that I could watch the whole game without like being tired and exhausted at home. You know what I'm saying? like I get to watch the end of the game. Dude, this last season, I mean, I only watched the end of a few games because I'm just getting old, bro. I'm getting tired. Gotta be up early at next day to go to work, you know?
I get up early too, but I'm still up till 10, 11 o'clock at night watching these goddamn games.
Yeah. You're hoping something different happens. We already know the Dodgers are gonna win it. We're not like trying to come back and make a miraculous win here.
Wow.
What? Quite wow. Quite wow. It's the truth. It's the truth.
There you go for you guys at home and my friend that was asking for more little back and forth. There you go.
Is this what they give them what they came for?
Right.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know. I do like the speed of the game, but I don't like the whole pitch clock thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big fan of it. Now I feel like there's other ways to speed up that game. What they are, I don't know, but I feel like there are. I like the big bases. I like the shift, quote unquote. You know, like it will help. It won't eliminate things because you can still literally shift the outfield, and you're obviously moving the damn fielder all the way to the other, almost behind the bag. You know. Hey, I saw something interesting. I saw something. I should have marked it, but I saw something about Tampa Bay doing what was considered an illegal shift. And I think it was it Francisco Lindor was upset about it? It was some player, right? Was upset because they told the umpire. So then they started doing an illegal shift too. And to see if they would say anything. So that he was basically trying to pick a fight. But nothing came about. But I saw it on like online somewhere, and I found that just really interesting.
What was the situation? I didn't see it.
It had to do with being like right next to the bag at second base. Okay. Had something to do with that. I'm drawing a blank. Whether it was like 1 foot was like a line by second base or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then I think they were doing something like where I saw something where they were like starting on the other side of the bag and then walking into like the correct side of the bag to like annoy them, be like basically like where, you know, you're in an illegal spot, but then you're shifting over into a legal one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was something like that, dude. I'm like, gamesmanship.
Yeah, that's always, you beat me to it. I was gonna say that sounds like gamesmanship, if anything.
So, I should have bookmarked it. Like I said, should have bookmarked it.
No worries.
I'm curious to see how some of those things work. Just like Max Scherzer, right?
Yeah.
Where he's in the set position already and he's ready to basically like throw the ball when the pitcher. So that's another thing too. You know, these umpires, pobrecitos, they have to track now when the hitter is actually looking at the pitcher too.
Yeah.
So I feel like
they have to be in and ready by 8 seconds.
Yeah. So now, you know, when they talk about like the automated strike zone and stuff like that, who's going to police all that? If they bring in an automated strike zone, is the umpire going to police that but not call the balls and strikes?
That's going to be a tough one.
Because it's not like the automatic strike zone is going to say, hey, wait a second, you broke the pitching clock violation. Mm-hmm. No?
Yeah. It'll be, they got to have somebody upstairs like watching everything, and they got to be getting, because they have the little earbuds in, so they got to be getting the info like, hey, maybe they get like a buzz or whatever. Well,
who's gonna get the buzz though?
They have the umpire behind the umpire behind the plate.
If the automatic strike zone comes into play, how is that gonna work?
Oh, somebody has to be monitoring that. That's all I would think. They already have an umpire upstairs for the replay stuff.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the umpire is still gonna be behind home plate.
I mean, at that point, it would be redundant. You shouldn't have him there.
Right?
Well, you kind of do, because then you would need, like, if there's a close play at home, you'd need somebody there to call it. So you would still kind of need the umpire there. But maybe he's getting the calls. Oh, that was a strike. All right, cool. That was a strike. Hey, oh, that was a ball. That was a ball. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, he's struck out. All right, cool. He's out. He violated. Violation. All right, that's a ball, or
check out the monitor. Their job is going to change, right? Their job description is going to change.
Did you see? Okay, go ahead.
No, I just think they didn't might not have thought that out.
Yeah. Things are going to change for the better or the worse, but things are going to change.
Mm-hmm. Did I see what? What were you going to say?
Did you see that thing with JT Realmuto getting tossed out because the
Oh,
umpire fucking had his feelings hurt?
Yeah.
So
did you know it was a AAA umpire?
I did not know that.
Yeah, the minor leaguer. It wasn't a major league umpire. But yeah, so basically he thought Realmuto was showing him up, right?
Yeah.
And he moves his hand, but I didn't see what happened, but I was reading it, right? Because I watched a lot of these videos without sound on. But basically, that they thought that JT did not realize that the ball was already out there in play, right? And when he did, he caught it and he moved his glove, and then the umpire threw the ball in there and he had moved his glove. But I mean, I don't know, dude. It happened so fast. I just think it was like he overreacted, and a lot of these umpires do have these bad egos, you know?
They have that diva syndrome.
Yeah, dude. Like, man, I don't know, man. And you also got to take it for the player, you know, like who the player is, you know?
Yeah.
It can't be like, if they had beef, I get it, you know? But I don't know. That's another thing I was seeing that was they're saying, oh, how did he ask for the ball type of a deal.
Just like every other catcher puts his hand up. The umpire usually puts the ball in the glove. Catcher gets it and throws it. Every once in a while, you'll see a catcher put his hand up, but the umpire will go and throw the ball out. And JT even said, I thought, because he had his hand up for a couple seconds and didn't get anything, that he was throwing the ball in. So I grabbed my shit.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And so when the umpire did that, he thought Realmuto was showing him up. Realmuto never looked back, not once, until he saw the ball was on the ground, and he was like, wait, what the fuck? And then he turns around and he's getting tossed. He's like, what just happened? Yeah. Wait a minute. What? So I think, I mean, that's, and at some point you got to be like, okay, you see that it wasn't on purpose. Like, he's apologizing. He's like, whoa, like this, hey man, like it was, I thought you threw it. Like, my bad. Like, you didn't even talk to the guy. You could have reversed it, but you're like, I've already dug myself in this hole. I'm not going to do that. Like, the umpire needs to get off of his fucking high horse and just remove his ego from that situation and go, all right, maybe I overreacted. Let's just, okay, he's cool. He can stay. Let's just get the game going. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But the umpire won't do that.
Yep. Well, staying in the minors for a while.
Yeah. You're going to be down there for a bit now after that one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you got a quick hit for the Yankees? The Volpe era has begun?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Jeter said, "Hey, there's nothing like being the shortstop for the Yankees," so he gave him a little nod.
Mm-hmm.
Then he called and asked what's the dude's name, Brett Gardner, that if he could wear number 11. That was a class act, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like that. You know, didn't just assume. And yeah, man. So got a new shortstop, Yankee Stadium, and he's a pretty good one.
I like it. I wonder if Evans is super excited. He's going to go get himself a Volpe jersey.
Probably is.
He probably has an 11 jersey already. He's going to be like, oh, I got this one for Volpe.
They don't have last names on them, right?
That's right. All right, so this is the big one. It just happened earlier today. A deal is in place between the minor league players and the MLBPA and Major League Baseball on a historic first-time collective bargaining agreement for the minor leaguers. Union officials tell ESPN the deal is 5 years and includes at least 2 times the pay at all levels from the minors. So, from the complex league, and this is crazy to me to think that this is how much these guys are getting paid. Right, their annual salary is going from $4,800 to $19,800 per year. This is per year, people.
Right.
Low A is going from $11,000 to $26,200. High A is going from $11,000 to $27,300. Double A is going from $13,800 to $30,250, and Triple A is going from $17,500 to $35,800. The players will be paid almost year-round, aside from a 6-week break in the winter. There will be 9 years of litigation, and MLB will pay $185 million to settle the federal class action lawsuit filed by the minor league players who sought pay for minimum wage and overtime violations team. Like, this is a game changer for some of these for all of these minor leaguers, man, and everybody going into the minor leagues. This is crazy. Talk to me,
Think
Artie.
about those are pennies still, bro.
Oh,
Like what
100.
they're making, like pennies what they're making. I mean, dude, you're talking about at the highest AAA level, they're 38K?
35.
35? Jeez, man. They talk about like people going to college and having to get jobs that are like 50K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one thing I did notice, you said a little bit wrong though. I think it's just because I threw it in there. This was 9 years of litigation, not that there will be.
Oh, okay.
It was all over 9 years because of the
collective
class
bargaining
action.
because of the
lawsuit.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, dude. I mean, it's huge, man. Those numbers are huge, huge. Again, still, I don't know how you make a living off of that type of deal, but man, dude, like, at least it gives them a chance, right?
It gives them a little bit more.
Dude,
I mean, geez, the big thing to me, the complex league was $4,800 a year.
Right.
That's how much these guys are getting paid a year to play ball. You know what I mean? I mean, I think that's the biggest jump of all of them.
Yeah.
And even then, like 17.5 at the high AAA level. Like, that's where you go right before you're about to go into the majors, man. And you're only getting paid 17.5. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah. I just still am not impressed that it's even still, 30, 35.
35, bro. 36. Give it on a good day. 36,000. You know what I mean?
That's why a lot of these big name ones they're all relying on those signing bonuses, you know?
Yeah.
It's like all about the signing bonus. Because, dude, you're seeing what they're making a year, you know?
Yep.
That's why it's such a big deal to get called up, and even if you go back down to the minors. Like my buddy Gabe, that he broke in. He never actually got a chance to. So he wasn't not in the minors. He went from college, got drafted, went to spring training, stayed with the team broke out of in camp into it, right? Stayed with the team and then went to the minors and never came back out. But because he was up there, like the pay was different, the structure was different. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, that's why again it's a big deal for these dudes to go up and then come back down,
For sure. I mean, you got to think before this change, $17,500 a year. I mean, you would be considered impoverished at that point. And they're putting in, 8 to 10 hour days for more than 3/4 of the year. Like it's a grind trying to be out there and do that. I mean, I could see why some players don't go in straight out of high school if they're not going to go, get those big signing bonuses, and they go to college because at least at college they can get a degree, maybe get some financial aid, help do something to alleviate the fact that they're getting paid less than some workers at like McDonald's.
Right. Yeah. You're right, compa. You're right.
I mean, they say hitting a 95-mile-an-hour fastball is one of the hardest things in the world to do, and you're going to pay a guy $11,000 for the year? Come on.
Not really fair.
I don't think it's fair.
Not really fair.
But you're going to pay fucking Johnny over here at McDonald's $15 an hour to flip some pre-cooked meat.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
I wonder what it equates to, the 35,000 if you break down like the actual hours, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like how much per week it would be, like work. They make what, $10 an hour type of thing? Not how many hours they put in, but like if it was a 40-hour work.
If they did a 40-hour work, you have to break those numbers down and see what happens there.
Yeah, for sure. But still good. Very happy for him. Very big deal. That's awesome to see all that happen.
For sure. By the way, guys, after the show, we're going to be playing some MLB the show. So make sure you guys go and find us. Artie will be streaming on Twitch, maybe?
Already there.
Already streaming on Twitch. And then I will be playing. I won't be streaming because I'll be on my VR headset upstairs. So maybe I'll try and see how it goes. Because I'll be on the Wi-Fi. It's not as clean when you're streaming plus playing online. So we'll see how it goes. But either way, let's play this game, Artie. You saw this game, so you're bringing it up. Let's go.
Okay, so this game is let's play a game. I saw it on Twitter. It's called My Team Predictions, and it's literally your team, right? So we'll
Mm-hmm.
take turns. Okay, one time you first, Brand, then one time
Oh,
me, then you, then me, right?
okay.
So let's start with your team's record. Okay, your team's record. The Angels. What do you think it'll be?
How many games do they got to get to the to the playoffs? About
I don't know.
86, 89.
You tell me.
uh,
Be realistic, not what you're hoping, wishing for. Be realistic, homie.
hold on, let me see here.
There you go, breaking it down for something that's not realistic. So,
I'm gonna
so,
go with 81 games.
so I don't even think you guys break 500.
I'm going with 81, 81, 81, breaking the breaking even.
Okay.
What about you, Artie?
I feel like 96 wins is a pretty safe number for the Dodgers.
Okay.
96 wins. Something tells me.
Okay.
96 wins.
All right. Who do you think is going to be the MVP of your team, Artie?
The MVP of the Dodgers team, it's got to be Mookie, right? It's got to be Mookie.
Does it?
I mean, I think what's the name has a better year. Freddie Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like that Mookie and Mookie's gonna he's the guy, right? I mean,
he's the dog.
He was a guy last year. Yeah.
Right on.
What about you?
I think it's pretty hard to take away. I mean, does it count if he's not on the team the entire year? I think Ohtani is going to be the MVP of the Angels, barring him getting hurt. But I'll go with Ohtani with Trout right behind him, just barely. But I think, Ohtani. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, Ohtani's one of the front runners for freaking the MVP of the league.
Yeah.
Let alone his team.
Why not go with that guy?
Yeah. Safe bet there. Go. You get the next one again.
All right. I kind of want to put an asterisk next to this one because I think Ohtani is going to be the best pitcher on the team. Period. But I feel outside of Ohtani, I want to say that Patrick Sandoval takes leaps and bounds forward and continues doing what he's doing there. So Ohtani asterisk Patrick Sandoval.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's Urias, man. He's in his prime right now. He's in a contract season. So Urias is going to be the dude again.
Let me put a little asterisk next to mine here. Breakout player, who you got?
Oh, I'm gonna call a guy that I think is gonna be contender for the Rookie of the Year. Okay. I think what's his name? I think it's James Ottman.
Ottman, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think that he's a dog, man. He's a dog. He has a swing like Chase Utley. Reminds me of a little Chase Utley in him. So I think that dude's gonna break out this year. I wish I would have picked him up in a couple of leagues, but I didn't.
Okay. I got O'Hoppe. He was killing it last year. He's our rookie catcher. I think he's gonna have a breakout season. I think he's also gonna have a chance for Rookie of the Year for the Angels. And depending on how well he does catching, I'm not sure what the catcher's Rookie of the Year award is, but I think he'd be up there. So I got O'Hoppe as the breakout player this season.
Rookie of the Year for the Angels, not for baseball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you got for a comeback player?
So there's two dudes that for me are pretty good picks for comeback players of the years for the Dodgers because they kind of had rough years last year. Mm-hmm. Max Muncy and Chris Taylor. Man, dude. I personally think that we need Max Muncy to be that dude again with regards to hitting. Mm-hmm. Because Chris Taylor still brings it defensively, even if he's not hitting that ball that well. Mm-hmm. But I do not think the Dodgers can survive if they do not have Muncy hitting the ball. If Muncy's not hitting 30 jacks, oh man, if Muncy's not hitting 30 jacks a season, we're going to be in trouble. I really, really do believe that.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
on my end with Rendon. If Rendon's not getting, if he doesn't stay healthy, like it's really gonna hinder our ability to push forward in this season. And he hasn't been healthy over the last few seasons, but hopefully right now, knock on wood, let's hear it as we always hear it. He's in the best shape of his career, and he's not hurt right now. So I think Rendon for the Angels is gonna be my comeback player of the year.
Okay. I'm wrong with that. He's never had a healthy season with the Angels, right?
Not one.
Okay.
Not a one. That's why I'm hoping this one is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest regression of the season or of the team. Biggest regression. Eesh. I don't want to say it to anybody. But I'm gonna go with what's his name? The pitcher.
Tyler Anderson.
I mean, kind of, right?
I mean, he had a real good year. How does that dude repeat that? You know what I'm saying?
It's a tough one, man. If you're gonna have to go in that route, I mean, he's a good one to do. Fuck, I think Rengifo as well. So I'll go Anderson and Rengifo for my regression.
Okay.
Who do you got?
Anderson. Okay, so the two new dudes you picked up.
No, we've had Rengifo.
You had him last year?
We brought him up. He was in a minor league. He was in our minor league division.
Oh, I thought it was Hunter Renfroe, right?
No. He's gonna do fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Rengifo, the switch hitting Dominican.
Yeah. So you think he's gonna be fine, Hunter? Even though wasn't fine last year, and that's why they traded him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You said sure. Biggest regression.
I agree. I was just clarifying that your definition of being fine. You know? Okay. Just clarifying.
Who do you got?
That's it.
Biggest regression.
You know what? I don't know, man. In terms of regression,
all of a sudden,
that's a good one. Like, it's a good one because, I mean, who had who had a stupid good year that you're like, okay, he's not going to do that again? I don't think the Dodgers had any. Mookie, I guess. Mookie's not going to hit as many tanks. He had, 30-something home runs last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to, because he had his career high in home runs last year. Mm-hmm. Let me look at him. How many did he have? How many tanks he had last year? He had 35. So, I mean, I think he regresses back to the 20s. So, I mean, if we're looking the biggest regression, I don't think Mookie gets up there in home runs again, bro. I don't think he cracks 30. I think he's in the 20s.
Okay.
Which is where, dude, that was his 30th home run season, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's had a 29 and then 23, 16, 18, 24. So I don't know. I think he goes into the 20s. I feel like some of these bullpen guys that the Dodgers had, I wouldn't be able to tell you who, because some of these dudes do have electric stuff. So I'm not sure. I feel it's like one of those in-betweeners goes back and regresses a little bit. Okay. Like, oh man, I'd have to tell you who it is right now. Actually, I have on MLB The Show right now. So I'm going to go look at my inventory. I'm going to look at the Dodgers team here. Okay, where is this guy at? Like Evan Phillips. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, here. Bro, this is an easy one. All right, I take it back. Biggest regression, hands down, will be Tony Gonsolin from the Dodgers.
Okay.
He had a stupid good first half, bro. He was the freaking All-Star game starting pitcher, right? Wasn't he? I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a stupid good year. So that dude's going to have the biggest regression by far. By far. There you go.
Okay.
Easy answer there.
Okay. Easy answer.
Easy answer.
Who's getting traded?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say... I don't think the Dodgers are going to trade a big name. They don't trade big names. So that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Right? Like, what's the last big name the Dodgers traded? Mike Piazza?
Oof. Probably.
That they traded.
Probably.
Gary Sheffield, maybe? Like, I think they traded Sean Green, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know about that, but
I mean, they traded. I feel like they trade for big guys, not get rid of their big guys, don't
Right.
you?
But who's get if you had you're gonna make me choose somebody who's gonna get traded. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
pick somebody who's getting traded.
So a dude that's gonna get traded, I think it's going to be like a Noah Syndergaard, maybe a Caleb Ferguson. Uh,
Okay. Let's see. You got Syndergaard and Fergie.
yeah, I'm trying to think of someone else that might be on the chopping block here.
I know who I think is gonna get traded
From the Dodgers?
from the Angels.
Give me someone. Who do you think is going to be traded from the Dodgers?
I'd have to look at their roster. I haven't really
Okay.
gone into it too much. Let's see here. Google, do your thing.
I could see something like but they traded for him, the Gratterall dude, but they traded
Ooh,
for
that
him,
would be that would be. I mean,
But they traded for him, so a lot of times they don't get rid of the dudes that they trade for. Yeah, dude, I could see Trace Thompson is always a candidate. That fool gets let go, he gets traded already. This is what, second or third time around with the Dodgers already.
Yeah.
So I could see like a Trace, a Noah Syndergaard, like some good players, but that aren't key players. JD Martinez probably if he gets hot type of thing, and the Dodgers don't really need him. I could see him. But some of the other dudes, Jimmy Nelson, maybe, that's another one. They got this Alex Reyes. He used to be pretty damn good, man. So he might come back and do pretty well. So I don't know, dude. Some of those dudes, that's what I think they'll trade. Some of those tweeners. I don't think they're. So I'm looking at their big names and like Mookie, Freddie, Kershaw, Will Smith. They ain't going nowhere. Evan Phillips, Julio, Gosling, Dustin May, Miguel Rojas, Daniel Hudson.
What about Vargas?
Muncy. Vargas is a youngster. He's a rookie, man. He ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
They're not gonna trade him. I feel like the Dodgers trade them when they're in the minors, not once they're already up.
Okay.
My opinion. Like they rarely trade them once they're already up.
What if they trade somebody off the injured list? What if they get rid of like Trinan?
But you're not. The problem is when you trade someone like that, you're not gonna get a lot of returns, so it's gonna be rare. Like Walker Buehler. Like homeboy's supposed to be back at the end of the year, right? Type of thing.
Ready for the playoffs, right?
I guess that's what they say about Dustin May. Look how that worked out.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be ready until next year. So if we get him like as a bullpen guy, maybe for the playoffs, that'd be best case scenario.
I think.
I think the Dodgers make some kind of move though at the halfway point of the season for sure during the trade deadline.
Gotcha. I got hands down Joe Adele ain't making it to the end of the season with the Angels organization.
Hope, wish, or think.
I think that Joe Adele doesn't make it to the end of the season with the Angels organization. I think they finally say, "Fuck, we gotta let him go."
Let him go, like cut him?
No, they're gonna trade him. They're gonna put him in a package. He's gonna do great in the minors like he always does, and they're gonna be like, "All right, look, he fixed his swing, best shape of the career. We got this. Here you go. We don't need him at the moment," and they're gonna go try and go pick somebody up. Maybe they package him up with like a David Fletcher or Renhefo even, and try and go get some. No, not Shohei.
That's why I'm telling you, the Angels fall so far out of contention. You want to make Trout happy. You want to keep him here.
You're not going to make Trout happy by trading Ohtani.
The best player. Why not? Because you had a great theory. It's obviously an Angel-fed theory of let's let him go. Let's get him a big package and get a big package for him, right? And then give him a blank check to re-sign. Kind of like what, Chapman did with the Yankees, right? Kind of like what you guys were trying to do with Mark Teixeira, but didn't help out.
Didn't work out.
Yeah. So that's not a bad theory. That's not a bad theory. And something has to change, Brent. Something has to change. Like, in order for the Angels to get better, they gotta, something has to change. And I could see that them having a serious talk like, "Hey, bro, so give us like a percentage. If we trade you, and we got something good, what's our chances of re-signing you? Like a backdoor deal. That's what it has to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That, like, hey, look, I got a way where we could be contenders in this division, but we need your help. What do you think? Dude, you laugh, but
I know. I'm
if I
being
was an Angels fan,
serious.
I would be damn serious about it. No?
Yeah.
I don't know what, again, everything's all backdoor, but I I would say it's got to be Otani, man. It's got to be Otani. If they don't, and the Angels and he walks, dude, the Angels organization is going to be in shambles, bro.
Yeah.
Shambles. Seriously, like, what do you do? Trout's fading. He's getting older. He ain't getting younger. Still a great player. Still a very serviceable player. Not necessarily a player you build a franchise around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not the centerpiece, anyways.
Right.
Maybe like, the slight right or slight left, but still damn good player.
Yeah.
Otani's a dude you build a team around, Best way to do it is get that dude some supporting cast. So, I don't know, man. If they fall really bad out of contention, I think the Angels trade Otani. I do. I think it'd be the smart thing to do. I hope that they set a backdoor deal kind of thing for them. So yeah.
Hopefully,
that's
we'll
what
see
I
what
think.
happens. Who do you got for your All-Stars?
Well, sir, I'm more realistic, unlike you. So, I can't remember the last time the Angels had 4 All-Stars on one team. So I'm gonna say Mookie, Freddie, and Kershaw. Or Urias, one of those two. It's only gonna be 3. Not Kershaw. It's gonna go Urias.
Okay.
Take Kershaw. I don't think Kershaw. I think Kershaw, they're gonna space him out a lot more. He's gonna go rest. He's gonna have arm fatigue, stuff like that.
I think I know you said that I'm hoping that Ohapi.
A little.
I'm thinking Ohapi has one of those seasons, man. I honestly think so. But for sure, I think Trout, Otani, and Sandoval. Or if I got to pick 3, Trout, Otani, and Sandoval. I honestly feel that Sandoval is going to take some big leaps forward this year. He looked really good. Pitching from Mexico, man. Like, he looked really good. I'll be real with you. But that's my guy. If I get to throw in a 4th, like a rookie going in there, Ohapi's my guy. But outside of that, I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look over here. When's the last time the Angels had
Jesus Christ
4, even 3?
Bro, you asked me a question. I'm gonna give you my answer. I don't care what's happened in the past. That shit don't matter. I'm talking about right now. And you asked my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion.
I didn't say nothing.
Speaking of back-ended fucking things, comment and shit right here.
What? What, I can't check?
Yeah, check all you want. You asked me my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion.
You had 3 in 2021. Could you name them?
Trout, Otani, and Walsh.
Yeah. All right. You had 3 in 2015. Can you name them? You ain't gonna be able to name one of those. I don't even know who that is.
In 2015?
Is that a coach? I swear, look, they don't have no stats on them. I don't know who that is.
I'd have to see the name. I'm gonna go with 2015. Was Torrey Hunter still playing with us?
Well, he was. I don't know if he was still playing, but he's not on there.
I'll say Trout is one of them.
Yeah,
for sure. 2015.
It's kind of obvious if you think about it.
Kind of obvious. Oh, Pujols?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2.
And then the last one, I don't know who he was. I'm assuming he was a reliever or something.
Who? Tell me.
Hector Santiago?
Oh, he was a starting pitcher.
Oh, okay. Never heard of him. I thought it was.
He had he had like one great season. I think that was the season he had.
Okay. Okay, here's your big year. Here's your big year where you had like
Like
4 All-Stars.
1956?
No, 2012. Who are your
2012.
All-Stars in 2012?
So it
You
had to be
four of them.
Pujols.
No.
No? 2012. Trout wasn't up yet. Or was he?
2012? Come on now. Yes, he was up.
Okay, Trout.
The other ones, I could see them. Yeah, I could see them being All-Stars. I don't know. You're not a real fan if you don't know these answers, but...
Bro, 2012, bro. That's 11 years ago. Or, yeah.
10 seasons ago.
We're in 2023.
2023 hasn't happened yet.
We're in 2023. That's 11 years ago.
So that was 10 seasons ago. Jeez, just name one of the other
Hunter?
players.
Honestly, Torrey Hunter.
No. Want some hints?
Yes.
2 of them are pitchers.
Okay. Weaver's
one.
Okay.
Another hint. Another hint. All right.
Okay.
The other one thought the Angels sucked so bad he retired to go into a whole different sport.
What?
To play it, but to manage it, basically, or to run it. I forget.
He left the league.
Yeah, he left the Angels, not the league. He left the Angels. He was a big free agent signing too.
Who did we
He's
have?
A local boy.
Who did we have back then? We signed.
Left-handed.
He's a pitcher. You said.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah, C.J. Wilson.
Okay. Oh, he went to go fucking drive cars.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. They gave him like $250 million. That son of a bitch.
He said, fuck.
Walked out. I said, peace the fuck out, bro. I'm out.
Fuck that. You guys suck. And the other dude, I don't know if he won it that year. I think he might have. But he won a home run derby. That's like the best hint I could give you.
Trumbo?
Yes, Trumbo. Yeah.
That was back when they were the TNT boys.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was your big year. 2000, no, because then everything else was only threes. Yeah, so you think that they're going to repeat history and have 4 all of a sudden again, huh?
I'm going to say if you give me a 4th choice, and you're giving me the opportunity to pick. You didn't say, What does history tell us? What is... I know, you're asking me. I'm saying those are my 4. Yeah. 3 for sure, I think. Ohtani, Trout, and Sandoval. Ohapi's my shot in the dark. I think he's the catcher we've been needing, and he's going to be the guy. I don't think he's going to start, but I think he's going to be on the reserve roster.
The wind is what that is.
A fart. Have you smelled my farts in the wind, man? You're going to smell it.
Yep. So, yeah. So, all right, compa. So, you're going to repeat history because I don't think the Angels have had 4 other All-Stars besides that one year.
Fuck it. 11 years later, it's the time.
Yeah.
All right, compa. Anything else before we go and play some fucking video games, bro?
Nah, that's it. It was pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad we got a chance to talk about our teams. Maybe on the next session we'll talk about where we think these teams will finish, playoffs, stuff like that. Then after that, after 2 weeks, we'll get into who we think our early surprises are, and maybe the MVPs and rookies of the years and all that good jazz right there. Right?
I like it. I know this week I'll be going. This weekend I'll be going camping. So I'll be gone, but I'll be back on Sunday. Maybe we could do it Monday, kind of recap opening weekend. But we'll see. We'll wait and see, guys. If not, we'll definitely catch you guys on the following week. I think that's a good thing to shoot for right there. But and then Sunday would be my birthday, so for show would be a dope show to do. Do something at least. But
right.
We'll try and figure it out, guys. You will know because you will all hit that follow, that like, that subscribe, the little bell icons or whatever alerts you that a new show is dropped. You'll get it, so then you'll know. But before we get out of here, compa, and before we head out to play some MLB The Show 23, go ahead and give us that patented RT goodbye.
Yeah, let's be safe out there. I know my family was getting sick, especially the little kids. I don't know. I feel like there was a bug going around for the little kids, and everybody was getting sick. So yeah, so just make sure be precautious and take your meds and get plenty of rest if you get a chance. I heard someone say it that that was interesting, but it felt like the winter season came late this year.
Yeah, very
The
much so.
winter, because it feels like that's exactly what's been happening. So yeah, man. So be safe out there, stay warm, and see you soon.
Right on, guys. Thank you guys again for joining us for this special baseball season preview. Don't forget to follow us on the social media scene. You can find us on Twitter at @theblown_save and on Instagram at @theblown_save. Don't forget, you guys can also still reach out to us at theblownSavePodcast@gmail.com. Also, go check us out on TikTok. We're also on there. I'm posting little snippets of the show on there as well. You can find the show anywhere you listen to your podcasts or music, like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you guys want to support the show, it doesn't take a lot to do so. Hitting that like, subscribe, or the bell, or a share doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the show tremendously. And as always, give us a rate and review if you are in the mood. Don't forget to click that notification button, like I said, so you can get notified when the new show drops. Compadre, I'll see you later. I'll talk to you in a bit. We're playing some MLB The Show, guys. Come check us out, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right.